right? And I have to say, like right now, right, because it's wet, I'm waiting to see what happens when it dries. But right now, that is a very solid color, if I do say so myself. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Is It Worth It, where I go around the world and the internet looking for art supplies to make your job just a little bit easier, or for you to enjoy the craft just this much more. Now, today, with the return after such a long hiatus, we are going to be going to one of my other favorite stores, and it is Ross. So I went to Ross because their stationery stuff and art supplies has some fantastic things that we kind of sleep on. And so I wanted to go ahead and grab a couple things from there. And the first thing we're going to look at for this episode is Carissa's Fine Writing Tools, the premium quality acrylic markers. Now, as of late, I personally have been on a quest to find a really good alternative acrylic marker, because I personally am looking for something outside of Posca. And so I'm going to Ross to try and find something that would be affordable and still have the opacity and flow and all kinds of good stuff that will warrant using in a professional setting. So today I'm very excited that we go and try Carissa's Fine Writing Tools, the premium acrylic markers, to see just how well they do. And you and I both know that there's only one way to figure out if it is actually worth it. So come on, let's go check them out. All right, so as you can see, nothing really too crazy about the packaging. It is in a clear case. Has a little picture in the front. Tells you what it can be used on: paper, glass, wood, stone, metal, fabric, ceramic, plastic, and more. Shows you the colors that we're gonna have. No bleed through on paper, colors layer without blending, boldly marks on paper, metal, wood, ceramics, glass, rock, and canvas. Best results, store markers horizontally. Which I always find funny that they want us to store them horizontally, but a lot of the things make them vertically, all the stands and stuff. But anyway, then it tells us again what it's good for. We have to shake them to activate them, and yeah, that's about it, right? You get to see what colors are in there, so you can make that choice really nicely. And as you can see, $9.99. So 24 markers for $10. Okay, let's go ahead and open this up. Okay, so they're individually like so. That's good. And we're just gonna take them out. All right, so it feels a little bit plasticky, but I do have to say that it has this indicator for ink, and that's awesome. Like, I love the fact that there is actually a paint or ink indicator so that you know exactly how much you have, which is great, right? It shows us the color multiple times. Replace cap firmly and store horizontally after use. Definitely wants to make us aware of that. And the one thing that I really wanted people to know is that this is a liquid ink. So it says that it's acrylic markers, but it has liquid ink, which is something that was very interesting to me, because I was like, liquid ink, I wonder what that could be, right? So that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to try this. And so these are bullets, I don't think. Yeah, okay, so these are all bullet tips, which always is fun for me. It looks like a pretty nice, decent bullet tip, nothing fancy, right? And it doesn't look like there's an applicator, like you need to, like you can hear it, right, to shake it up, but I don't know if you actually need to push down on it, because it doesn't say that you need to push down on it, it just says you need to shake it. So that's gonna be interesting to see. Let's see about the snap. It does have a snap. Okay, let's see if they posts. All right, we're off to a good start. All right, let's go ahead and start putting some stuff down. All right, as normal, we have our Bristol board. 300 series smooth, and then because they are supposed to be acrylic markers, we also have a black sketchbook to see just how well it will do with that as well. But we're going to start off with the Bristol board. All right, and these. Okay. Shake. All right, so we went ahead and just did some color swatches real quick just to see how they would work and how vibrant they are. And I have to say that I did not shake them up. I shook the first one, but after that I wanted to see if they would work right out of the packaging, and they do. And I'm pretty sure that going along the way over time, you're gonna have to shake it up once you start seeing that it's not actually producing the color that you want. But I have to say that they are very vibrant. Like, these colors are very strong. Like, I'm like, ooh, that's nice, right? And yeah, so just on the color alone, they were fantastic. Let's see. So I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this yellow. Okay, so we are gonna shake it up just so that we can give it its full application. So we're gonna shake it up a little bit. All right. I mean, that that alone, like, just the flow of that, like, look at that. That's just great. You know, maybe yellow's not. We'll take a blue, so you can see it better when it's just making lines. But look at that. I mean, for an acrylic marker. And it says that it's liquid ink, so I'm really confused by what that means in this situation. But to be honest, looking at it, it is actually acrylic paint. And it's just, I mean, it flows like crazy. Look at that. All right, that's really nice. And you can get some really thin lines if you do, I guess, like really light. But it's a bullet tip, so it's not necessarily supposed to have really thin lines. But I mean, just look at how that flows. And then let's see if we, right? And I have to say, like, right now, right, because it's wet, I'm waiting to see what happens when it dries. But right now, that is a very solid color, if I do say so myself. And the bullet actually has a lot of stability to it. Like, it's not flexible. So if you're really just trying to get in here and try and make lines and stuff, and right, this is going to be great for when you're trying to do like little crackles and stuff, or electricity or something like that. But then also you can just, you know, straight up cover over something. And these are nice. And the fact that as of yet, you know, the ink hasn't escaped itself and has gone all over my hands, which is nice. So there's a lot of benefit to these right now. I really like the way these look. These are probably, I'm gonna have to say, for $10, these are absolutely fantastic. I'm really looking forward to once these two dry, to where I can go over it and see how because they say they blend, which maybe we should try that. Let's see. We have this yellow, so we're just gonna do that. Get that with a little yellow, and then we're gonna keep going with the next yellow. Yeah, I don't know if it's not blendable like an alcohol marker, but I mean, they definitely go right over each other. And it is like a thick or a thin paint. So you will see streaks in it from where your brush or your bullet actually scrapes over the ink. But I'm pretty sure that if you go slow enough, you can get a full coverage, right? And then if it looks like there's not enough ink coming out, give it a little shake, and then more ink comes out to where you can just cover everything. And that's the one thing that I've noticed with these, is that if you shake it, obviously, right, you get more ink, but there is no applicator. You don't have to push down to make it work. And so you can actually go over a spot that you look at and go, oh man, it's streaky, or the bullet has cut into it. Oh no. But you can just shake it and then put paint right over the top of it, which is great. Okay, so we're going to go over this one real quick and see. Probably should have shook it. Yeah, once you shake it and you get it to where the full ink will come over, it does actually just go straight over everything. So that's nice. And then let's see, we write. See, I'm super excited about this because I've always had problems with the like Sharpies or any other kind of marker, that permanent markers that say you're supposed to, you can use on any type of surface, but then it doesn't, the ink doesn't come out, and some of it's thick and some of it's not, and then you're constantly going over it again and again. But just, I mean, the flow on this and how well it stays opaque when you're writing. So now I have a multitude of colors that I can just sign my comics with, right? These are great for writing. So these are really good. All right, let's pass this on real quick to our black sketchbook. And let's see how the colors look on here. So the first one I want to do is white. I am going to shake this up because I have a lot of covers and stuff that have white spaces or black spaces. So if I could get a nice, strong, opaque white. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay. And unlike, I'm going to shake the next one up, but unlike most of the ones that I've used before, it does this, right? So it's really thick and strong up here, and then it gets really weak. And then I think that's solely because I didn't shake it up. But once you shake it up and the ink is completely in the barrel, there is absolutely no fading of the color. And it does sit, the color sits right on top of the paper. So even dark colors like that blue, or let's check out this purple, right? Even this purple is sitting right on top. So it's got full coverage, looks great. The opacity is there, vibrancy is there. Right, these are some very, very nice markers. And then, like I said, so you are going to want to shake them up before you use them, but when you do, you get all of that, right? Very nice coverage. And then if you needed to, you just go over it again, especially over the black, right? You just go over it again, and then it covers everything. And if it doesn't, you're like, no, that didn't really do it. Just shake it up a little bit to get more ink out. And then you can cover up an entire space with just one color. But these are great for writing on surfaces and stuff like that. Now the coverage works best if you're on just a white paper, but I'm sure once it dries, you can go over it again and you'll be fine. But for the most part, you don't even need that. Look at how nice these just stick out, right? They are just fantastic. So yeah. All right, so we just got done reviewing the Carissa Fine Writing Tools acrylic markers. The liquid ink, right? That's the one that has me a little confused. The liquid ink acrylic marker from Carissa is fantastic. Like, I absolutely love these markers. They were vibrant, the ink flow was fantastic. The color staying on top of the black paper was 100% key for me for going, these are fantastic markers. But even with that, the opacity, the opaqueness, the vibrancy, saturation, the ink flow, like everything was great, and it was an easy fix. When you started seeing that the ink wasn't giving you the quality that you wanted, all you had to do was shake it up a little bit, push a little bit more ink to the nib, and everything was fantastic. So yes, go get these markers, go to Ross, pick these up, 24 markers for $10, and you will like them. They were fantastic. I highly recommend it. They are definitely worth it. Well, that wraps up today's episode of Is It Worth It? I hope that the information was of use to you today. And if you have any kind of product that you would like me to review, please go ahead and drop it in the comments below and I will add it to the list. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell so you get notified every single time that I drop new content. Thank you all so very much, and I will see you at the next episode.